What happens when an ESPN host crosses the line with the most beloved star in women's basketball? What happens when that star is Caitlin Clark, and the person throwing shade is someone on her own network? This is the stunning downfall of Elle Duncan. And yes, ESPN has made a decision that no one saw coming. Elle Duncan was once considered a rising voice in sports journalism. Charismatic, confident, and outspoken, she held her ground in a male-dominated world. Her segments on SportsCenter, her commentary on social justice, and her bold personality earned her a loyal fan base. But in recent months, something shifted.
Brianna Stewart's never going to win another championship, or, Nafisa Collier's better than Maya Moore. Like, instead of those kinds of hot takes, the hot takes solely and explicitly surround all of these Black women versus Caitlin Clark.
As Caitlin Clark's fame exploded across America, Duncan began sounding less like a fan and more like a critic. Caitlin Clark, the generational phenom out of Iowa, had redefined what was possible in women's college basketball, breaking records, selling out arenas, dominating highlight reels. Caitlin wasn't just playing the game, she was changing it. Her games had become must-see TV. Her presence was lifting the entire sport, and yet, not everyone was celebrating her. Clip voiceover emitiered, sure, she can shoot, but let's not pretend she's doing anything that others haven't done before, Elle Duncan said during a heated panel on NBA Today. It was a comment that shocked many viewers. Was it jealousy? Was it politics? Was it personal? Whatever it was, the internet did not take it lightly.
She has never been around these type of women. She's never been around, Black women or women from different parts of the country. Like, she's sort of existed in this bubble.
Within hours, clips of Duncan's statement went viral. Fans, athletes, and even former ESPN personalities called her out. Why is Elle trying to diminish Caitlin's impact? One user tweeted. This is why women's sports can't grow. Too much hate from within, another wrote. But it didn't stop there. Over the following days, Duncan doubled down. In an Instagram live, she accused the media of overhyping Clark because she fits a certain narrative. She claimed the attention Caitlin received was selective.
The second that you show love to anybody not named Caitlin Clark, you are part of, some constituency that's trying to keep her contributions at a minimum, and you're racist, and we get a lot of that. It's no wonder that the W coverage is all Black women, because you're all in it together to try to keep her down. It's just, you're kind of damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
And even hinted that race played a role. The backlash was immediate and massive.
Caitlin Clark has literally carried the sport on her back all summer long. She talks that yang. That's what resonates with Caitlin Clark. It isn't her being white. It isn't her being straight. Her game resonates with people in basketball and across the country because she's got that edge. She plays with a flair. I heard her drop 3 F-bombs in one game sitting right there courtside. Her teammates had to hold her back. She's yelling at the coach. That's what Magic, Bird, Isaiah, Jordan, you name it, that's what they do. Clark resonates. But that clicking sound you hear is televisions being turned off. Ain't nobody watching this stuff now. Ain't nobody turning the set on and saying, I gotta watch who?
Caitlin Clark had become a unifier. Little girls wore her jersey. NBA players praised her. Veterans like Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi gave her respect. Even LeBron James posted about her. So why was Elle Duncan attacking her? Many began asking if Duncan's criticism was rooted in deeper resentment. Was she threatened by Clark's sudden fame? Or was this part of a broader cultural division, one that had finally come to a boiling point? Sponsors started pulling away from Elle's podcast. ESPN quietly removed her from one upcoming broadcast. Rumors spread like wildfire. Was she about to be suspended? And then, it happened. Just 1 week after the controversy exploded, ESPN released an official statement. Effective immediately, Elle Duncan is no longer under contract with ESPN. We thank her for her contributions and wish her the best in her future endeavors.
And then to have someone come in who has been amazing for the game, for the sport, of her own volition, worked really hard in Caitlin Clark, but to have this group of people come in and immediately invalidate the contributions of all of these women before her simply because they don't know, that's what's been frustrating, you know? So yes, people are going to talk about it more, but oh my God, please just educate yourself so that you can have bad takes that involve basketball and not bad takes that send racism and misogyny into the timelines of these women. It's unfair.
It was short, it was cold, and it was final. The sports world was stunned. Some supported ESPN's decision, saying it was about accountability and professionalism. Others argued Elle was being canceled for speaking her mind.
Everybody that I know still know what ESPN tells me. Oh, it's so ridiculous, these women. It's so ridiculous. There's a green room right next to where the makeup is. It's loud, it's stupid, it's asinine, it's absurd. And that's Elle Duncan and her little cast of cronies. And all the little girls at ESPN, look, all they are is trying to make themselves, well, not better, more popular. And I don't care what they do. Elle Duncan has lived in that bubble forever. Elle Duncan is full of shit here.
But one thing was clear. This wasn't just about one comment. It was about timing. It was about tone. It was about the way she went after a player who had done nothing but elevate the game. Caitlin Clark had never responded publicly to Elle's remarks. In classic Clark fashion, she stayed focused, composed, classy. When asked in a press conference about the situation, she simply said, "I'm just here to play basketball. I have so much respect for everyone in this game, and I'm grateful to be a part of it." That was all. No drama, no retaliation, just grace. And that right there is why fans love her even more. But let's go deeper. Why did this moment matter so much? Why did this incident become a flashpoint for something bigger? The truth is, Caitlin Clark's rise has challenged old narratives. She's proven that women's sports can be entertaining, profitable, and mainstream. She's proven that fans will show up, if given a reason. And maybe, just maybe, some people in the media weren't ready for that. Elle Duncan's story is now a cautionary tale. She could have celebrated Clark. She could have joined the movement. But instead, she chose to criticize at the worst possible time. And in the world of sports media, timing is everything. Let's not forget, ESPN itself has been under pressure. As a network, it's struggling to keep up with changing audiences. Younger viewers are flocking to YouTube, TikTok, and independent creators. Every voice at ESPN represents the brand. And when one voice creates controversy, especially against a fan favorite, they have to act. Was Duncan fired for one comment? Probably not. But was her comment the final straw? Absolutely. Now, as Caitlin Clark begins her WNBA journey, her fan base is only growing. She's bringing millions of viewers with her, and networks like ESPN know you don't mess with that. Elle Duncan, meanwhile, has disappeared from social media. No interviews, no apologies, just silence. It's ironic, isn't it? A voice that once spoke so loudly, now completely muted. So what's the lesson here? In today's world, it's not just about what you say. It's about how you say it, who you say it about, and whether your words build something or try to tear it down. Caitlin Clark built something. Elle Duncan tried to tear it down. And now, only one of them is still standing. If you believe in rising stars, in respectful journalism, and in supporting greatness, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell us. Was ESPN right to cut ties with Elle Duncan? Or was this a step too far? Let us know in the comments. And remember, some legacies are built with a ball. Others are destroyed with a mic. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Until you next time.